don't think Dad's practiced that, have he?
No.
Come forward. Come forward. Sit, place your hands on the table. Sit. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please do take your seats. Come on, dear, relax now. See, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon and welcome here to Artington House. And of course a very special welcome for our bride and groom, for this is the day that they have chosen to make a marriage commitment to each other. Now the vows of marriage that they make here today is a proud confirmation of the love, respect and true friendship that they have for one another. Now these promises are made in the hearts of two people who have found the love and trust to make a commitment to each other for the rest of their lives. Now before we begin the ceremony, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce ourselves. My name is Jill Gould. I'm the Deputy Superintendent Registrar for the Surrey Registration Service. And my colleague here today, Christine Butler, is the Registrar. She bears the legal responsibility of this marriage as well as recording the historical record. Now, we are here today to celebrate the joining in matrimony of Richard and Nancy. And they are here today to unite and pledge their love for one another, and of course to share with you all this most honourable and oldest of ceremonies. Now the vows they make here today will join their lives and a future that they wish to share together. And on behalf of Richard and Nancy, I would like to thank you for being here to witness and to celebrate with them as they begin the first day as husband and wife. Now, marriage is not an easy path. It requires devotion, the ability to listen, the wisdom to know when you are wrong, and the humility to be able to put things right. It means making a commitment for life. It calls for trust, understanding and encouragement, willingness to accept each other for who you are, and the courage to grow and change together throughout the years to come. Above all, it requires unquestioning love. Now, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you that this place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to the law for the celebration of marriages. We are here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Richard Robert Pigden and Nancy Victoria Edwards. And if any person here knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. Ooh, good. Now, Richard and Nancy, as no impediment has been lodged and the authorities have been issued, it is now upon these authorities that your marriage may now take place. But before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to inform you both of the solemn and binding character of the vows which you are about to make. Now, marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of one man to one woman. A union voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Now in a moment I am going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you are free lawfully to marry, and then a marriage contract. And after you have each spoken the words as prescribed by law, you will become husband and wife. So, our bride and groom, would you now stand please? As required by law, you each have to repeat a declaration, and by tradition, we always start with our groom first. So Richard, could you repeat after me? I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Richard Robert Pigden.
Why I, Richard Robert Pigden.
May not be joined.
May not be joined.
In matrimony.
In matrimony.
To Nancy Victoria Edwards.
To Nancy Victoria Edwards.
And now Nancy, if you could repeat after me. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Nancy Victoria Edwards,
why I, Nancy Victoria Edwards,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Richard Robert Pigden.
to Richard Robert Pigden.
No answer to that. Right, Richard and Nancy, the solemn moment has come now for you to contract your marriage with each other in the presence of your witnesses and guests. For this part of the ceremony, could I invite our witnesses, Alex and Andrea, to come and stand next to our bride and groom? Alex and Andrea, that's it. Could you both turn and face one another now, please, Nancy and Richard? That's it.
I was going to turn to Alex.
No, this is the man you want to marry. Could you now repeat after me, please, Richard, but saying to your bride these legal contractual words? I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Richard Robert Pigden, do take thee, Nancy Victoria Edwards, to be my lawful wedded wife. And would you repeat after me now, Nancy, but saying to your groom, I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Nancy Victoria Edwards, do take thee, Richard Robert Pigden, to be my lawful wedded husband.
My lawful wedded husband.
You didn't say lawful.
My lawful.
Just checking as well. Thank you, witnesses. If you take a seat, we will need you at the end of the ceremony to sign the official register. Turn and face one another still. Now it is tradition that when a man and a woman commit themselves in matrimony, they seal that commitment with the giving and the receiving of rings. Now rings are a symbol of the love that you have for each other. They are a traditional way of sealing your marriage contract. Wear those rings to remind yourselves of the love and commitments that you share and for all to see. Now, reliable best man Phil, come and join us now, please. Phil, could I ask you to give to Richard the ring he wishes to give his bride? Thank you. Place the ring on the tip of your bride's finger, holding her hand. And Richard, would you just repeat after me, but saying to your bride these words? Nancy, I give you this ring. As a token. Of my love. And commitment. I promise to love you. Honour and respect you. And be true to you always. Wear this ring. As a sign. Of our everlasting marriage. Would you now place the ring firmly on your bride's finger? Well done, Richard. One ring left, Phil. Could you give that to our bride? Thank you so much. Thank you, Phil. Holding it there, Nancy. Repeating after me, but saying to your groom. Richard, I give you this ring. As a token. Of my love. And commitment. I promise to love you. Honour and respect you. And be true to you always. Wear this ring. As a sign. Of our everlasting marriage. Now place the ring firmly on your groom's finger. Leave a bit of skin, Nancy. If you want a finger left, Richard, I think you better help your wife. That's it. Okay, brilliant. Stay as you are, facing one another now. Richard and Nancy, you have both made the declarations as prescribed by law. You have both made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, family, friends, my colleague and myself. Now this day is the start of a new life for you together. Our wish for you is that you always treat each other as unique individuals, respect each other's ideas, suggestions and traditions. And of course to remind yourselves often of what brought you here together today. And that these celebrations are just a start of a lifetime of precious memories. It truly does give me the greatest of pleasure to say, congratulations, your nerves are over. Your husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, we are signing the official register now. It is no photography or filming at this point. Once they've signed,